Here we go. Hello, everybody. We're really excited today. We, the Shillit.Baby team, is having an epic conversation with our friend Richard Hart. And we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. So Richard, since we're with you today, I would love you to start, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, thanks, Carita. Well, yeah, first off, Richard Hart. I've got a group, the Homeschool DeFi Club, where we help home educators to gain an income via crypto and DeFi. I'm also a luminary leader within Thrive Tribes of the Freedom Families tribe. And again, you know, similar situation. We help families find solutions to problems, and the world of finances is one of those that people are having issues with today. Karsten, or?
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Richard. I was just gonna let it flow. Karsten, go ahead.
That's all right. You can edit those bits.
Welcome. I'm Karsten Hinrichs. I'm part of the Shillit.Baby team. I also came in, like most of us, actually through Thrive Tribe. I got into cryptocurrency about almost a year ago. I'm actually very much into ecology, ecosystem regeneration, permaculture design, and holistic management, and also into holistic health. So I apply all the things that I learned about that to myself, and I also coach people in that. Nevertheless, you know, the financial world and finance has attracted me because it used to be one of my weak points. And so when I found out about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency and how it brings so many solutions, I fell in love with it. And now I have the chance to be actually part of this beautiful project that makes it possible for this space to be a little bit safer for the people that are already in it, and also for the ones that are joining this great adoption of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency.
Awesome. Thank you, Karsten. Sasha.
Hello, everyone. Yay. So I'm Sasha. In this crypto world I go through these days, crypto sunshine. I'm very honored to be part of the Shillit.Baby team. And yes, it's been a plunge in the rabbit hole of the cryptoverse since I joined in 2019. And a good friend of mine said, you know, you really should get into the cryptos, and I did. Then I didn't do much for the first 2 years really, and until I met this awesome group, Thrive Evolution people, and we started connecting and looking at, you know, where the problems are and how we can solve them. And you know, when we had so many incredible ideas, and Shillit.Baby Platform is just one of them that we are getting started. My background really is not the finance world at all. I've been a humanitarian aid worker for over 15 years, and seeing various wars, conflict zones, natural disasters, and so on. And suddenly, when I came across the blockchain technology and seeing the great potential of it, I started getting super excited, and because I really see that blockchain technology can be utilized in the hands of the right people, can really solve many of the world's problems now, and including the humanitarian ones. So I am learning by the day. You know, our project is 1 month down in the pipeline, and we are getting ready to launch it next in a couple of days. And so yeah, let's tell you more about it. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, lovely to see you all, guys. So okay, I've got a few questions that I think people just want to try and introduce the platform to people and give them some idea of what it is, how it works. So first of all, you know, Shillit.Baby, it's here to address issues with crypto pre-sales, which, you know, unless you're very, very experienced can cause you probably to lose more money than you actually make. So could you just sort of give us an overview of what the biggest issues are with crypto pre-sales?
Yeah, so from personal experience, when I first got into pre-sales, was rug pulled, honey potted, and I didn't even know what those terms meant, and totally scammed. And so the platform was created to help create a safe space where people can go and really find things that have been vetted, not just by AI programs, because there's a lot of other platforms out there that do AI, but what we do is we like to, bring in the human touch, or whatever you want to call it, because there's extra steps that we can take by being human and finding things like, for example, the team. People are attracted to a project. For example, I'm going to use our project. People are attracted to, oh, it's a pre-sale, want to get in from the beginning, but then they get into the Telegram group or something, and something's so toxic, or the team is like super anonymous, and there's no communication, and things like that as a human we can find out, but as an AI program, the platforms just can't find out what we find. And so that's one of the main factors.
So that's sort of an intuitive, people can use their intuition more when they, rather than an AI bot, which just has a program and goes by predefined standards, is basically what you're saying there. It's, yeah.
I would also like to add the information overload of all these different platforms that are coming up right now is really an issue, I think. And one of the things that this platform does is it kind of funnels down the information into what is really essential for people to understand, and it brings everything into one place. So basically, we gather, we read the whole landscape of this, for example, a cryptocurrency that is just launching or pre-launching or pre-selling, and bring it into also a kind of information that is more accessible and more digestible by whoever is interested in this cryptocurrency.
Okay, that's great. And so, so essentially what the platform is going to do is to take the information and essentially condense it and just make it more accessible to people in general, I guess is what you're saying. So, I mean, how will you do this? So first off, you're saying there's going to be a human touch to the vetting. So who will the vetters be? How will they be assessed? Who will choose them? And what do they get out of it?
Maybe I can go for that answer. I am part of the vetting team. So, we are organizing ourselves that everybody could join to become a vetter on our platform. This is something very different, where people have the opportunity to learn how to become a real vetter, and there will be levels. So we're working for now. We're considering three levels that you grow gradually, and obviously when you get to the higher level, you will be considered maybe a master vetter. And so with a lot of knowledge to share, and also the community will be able to. We're adding a feature where the community can also vote, and if for the vetter, if, like, say the vet, you choose the coin, and the vetter shows that his projects are being assessed correctly, then the reputation of the vetter grows. And so we currently now we are piloting the platform in beta testing. So people are already accessing, and we are getting connected with these first groups of vetters so that they will be trained. There will be a thorough in-depth training of the whole process. So what we do is what Carita was saying is that we scan, we investigate. I like to use the word investigation because we really go into the details of what a project is, no? And it's not, okay, the contract is there. Okay, we can scan it with artificial intelligence. The coding is right. It doesn't know, there is no rug pulls and so on. But then there is much more to it, no? And when we go, we will have basically a punctual, like a points scoring system, and that will evaluate and give a final point to a score to the project. And we've labeled it green for the projects that have a potential, very, very high potential, orange for the middle ones that they technically have some issues. They could be contract issues, they could be problems with the team, maybe the team is not doxed and so on. And then the red ones, which for us will probably be very stay away, don't get into them, they're probably scams. But said this, once we see that actually the project is green, then we take it to the next level. So we will then call the project, the team members for an interview. So that will be where we will go now. It's like we're doing an interview here with you, where you have the chance not to ask those, the hard questions and saying, and try to really find out if the project is real or not. Because from my experience, I've seen some projects that were really, really good. On paper, the website was impeccable. They were all on the social medias, and you go into the Telegram chat, it's booming with questions, their answers are following. But then ultimately, when it launches, something happens, and and maybe it's a rug pull, or and so with our interview question, we will be getting we can go into the details and really detect if the project is 100%. Obviously, again, we cannot guarantee this. No? We are also humans, and so we can make mistakes as well. But we from what we've been testing, we can say that it's there is a high success rate in this. You want to add something else, Karsten, Kavita?
Yeah. So I just wanted to really quickly bring in that the platform is not only about pre-sales. So this is something that hasn't been focused on a lot, but it's actually about it's basically an all-in-one. So we haven't released some of the features that are coming out on the platform that are literally going to blow people's minds. It's going to be like, oh, because it's not just about pre-sales. It's not just about, all the new stuff that's coming out. There's more. And Alessio spilled the beans a little bit on the Telegram group today, but we're going to have features that are literally like mind-blowing, like I said, but like rug pull protection, right? So there's rug pull protection and things like that. And then there's also like stable coins and bigger projects and farming and staking like that. So again, it's all coming, but we're just at the like I said, the pre-sale point right now with the SHILL token, and this is where we're at in the moment. But there's so much.
For some that aren't familiar with the terminology, could you maybe give us a bit of insight as to what a rug pull is?
Oh, for sure. I can definitely tell you what that is because I've been rug pulled. So all right, so a rug pull is like literally, just think you're standing on a rug and someone pulls it out and you fall flat on your face. So that's the literal obvious meaning of it. Yeah. But in crypto land, it's like you go in full force into a project believing that it's real, and then all of a sudden you watch the green candles or the the line going up, and oh, the crypto's good. But then all of a sudden there's a big red line that goes down, and that is the team or the developers took the wallet and ran and took all of our money, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't cash out, you can't trade it. And there's a lot of signs that come up. For example, last night I saw one that I was in that all of a sudden had a little unlocked wallet notification come on the PooCoin app, which is a big red flag. That was not there before. And it all of a sudden said that there's an unlocked wallet of 85%. That is a huge sign for a rug pull. So I'm like, whoop, cash out. So it's being aware of things like that. And that's something that our platform is going to tell you, because, you know, a lot of us don't have time to go check our wallet or the PooCoin app and see, oh my gosh, this is something new. Like I just saw last night, it was super random that I checked it. I wasn't thinking about it. I'm just like, oh, I'm going to check this one, see how it's doing. So this is something that the Shillit.Baby platform is going to be automatically be able to do for you, is find these triggers. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool. I had no idea that was
like cool. I know, right? Yeah. That was a secret.
Yeah. Not anymore.
I wanted to add that we're actually also looking into projects that have longevity. So you know, many of these pre-sales might be very quick opportunities to make money really quick, right? Because usually, you know, the value goes up really quick right after the launch, and then it might, you know, dip and then kind of recalibrate again, you know, go up again. But many of these projects actually have good value. They have a really good team behind, and they are, you know, it's a good project with a good utility. And if that is the case, you know, that would definitely be something that we would speak into if we do the vetting. And then, you know, this is then for people that are considering, you know, eventually using that spike at the beginning to make some money, but then obviously, you know, leave some tokens in there for you to hold them for the future, in case this coin or token goes up in value even more, so that eventually in the future you can even cash out a little bit more while it's going up.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, because I guess, you know, you get dips and it climbs, then dips again, and so will there be some sort of help with the analysis of the charts and that sort of thing? Because, you know, for a lot of people, trading is time consuming. You know, you can't be sat in front of a computer screen all day when you've got kids, for example. It just doesn't work. So, you know, will there be alerts or things like that that built into the system to warn people when they could?
We are Richard. We are working on the details of how that's going to be, but we already have basically a trading signal system going on, so that will be coming out, I think, in November from you know, our latest developers timeline, and it's going to alert you, maybe sending a mobile message to you saying, look, it's time to the coin is good, it's good to sell now, or even could go the other way around and say it's a good moment to buy in again. So that's a feature that we're looking in. We're looking also how we can automate this, but at the moment it's still looking at the details. We don't have it all ready, but definitely the trading will be there, and it's going to be a key feature of our platform. I would like to go back on what Karsten was saying and regarding the long-term projects. Yes, the idea is this platform is meant for all types of investors. Clearly, the DeFi space there, Richard, you can tell me now, as you've been in this more than we have. It's sort of a no man's land, no cowboy places in the far west, and it's, you know, it's very scary, but at the same time we can get educated ourselves and move into turning it successful. And what we see also is not going to be only for the investors, but what we would like to see in the medium run is that maybe for those projects that are orange, that we label them orange, maybe because they have a technical issue, is that maybe the developers can reach out to us, or maybe we can reach out to them and say, hey, we can help you turn your orange into a green project. Because ultimately, at least again from my experience, is that everybody thinks that they are a developer. Everybody thinks that they can get a project going into the DeFi space, but it's not really like that. I mean, you can maybe you're good at setting up a web page, but that doesn't define you as a developer for the blockchain. I think you need to be have a little bit more skills. So we hope that we can improve that also by improving projects that are real, that they have a potential, but maybe they're not so good with the developing side.
So basically improve the quality of what's out there, essentially, which is that's an amazing vision in itself, actually, as well. And yeah, I mean, you're right, the DeFi space is very much the Wild West still. Honestly, it's largely unregulated. It's why a platform like this is really essential, because one of the issues is, I've been in some of the groups that vet tokens, and I've been around the space for a while, but even so, it's the volume of information that comes through, the number of launches, and then even some of the sort of the more technical language, it can be a bit obscure sometimes as well. So I mean, how is Shillit.Baby going to present information to people in the way that makes it more easily digestible?
Well, we're actually going to have a section of sorry, got distracted there. We're going to have a space where there's education available for people who are newbies, people who are intermediate, like all levels, because when someone comes in, we want them to be able to know where to go. Why? Because we've gone into platforms, discussion groups, and things like that, where you go in and you're like, whoa, where do I go from here? And even people who are experienced in the crypto world, it's nice to have a place where you go in and you can be guided. Like, okay, here's a section, start here. This is instructions, etc., etc. So I just wanted to ask you a question, Richard.
Yeah.
So what made you, I know we've all known each other in the Thrive Tribe community because of the Thrivevolution, that we're all the big picture, but what made you interested in our project specifically? And tell us a little bit more about, what you do and what you offer people.
Yeah, okay. So I've got a group on Facebook called the Homeschool DeFi Club. I originally set it up. I started homeschooling my children, home educating them, and I realized very quickly that it's very hard to run a full-time job or any kind of a job at all when you've got young kids at home, or any kids at home, actually, come to that. So having already been in crypto for a while, and I was becoming acquainted with the DeFi space, I could see a sort of a potential there for people to be able to utilize decentralized finance to be able to earn themselves an income in a relatively passive way. The problem is that, of course, if you've been home educating for a while, you might have been on one salary for a while, so therefore you maybe don't have an awful lot of spare cash to be able to plow into these platforms to give you an income in the shorter term. So what I liked about this particular project was that it basically is potentially a way to enable people to increase their income, fairly quickly if it's done correctly, to then be able to not just speculate, because we always talk about education, not speculation, but to then to use those gains to then be able to leverage them in the platforms that we do use to produce that passive income. And so it's basically it's looking at putting wealth back into the hands of the people that really need it, not the bankers or the politicians or whoever, but it's the decentralized finance space is a massive leveler. Banks and governments are scared to death of it, quite honestly, and for very, very good reason. It's exceedingly powerful. But as we were saying, it is still the Wild West. It's still early days. There's still a hell of a lot of scammers out there. So a lot of the space is still very unregulated. And so for me, any tool that can come along and can actually help people that maybe aren't massively experienced in crypto but have some knowledge to then come along and leverage the space to its fullest extent, and to give them back sovereignty and control over their lives, is a massively good thing. And that was essentially what attracted me to this.
Well, we're really excited to be collaborating with you too, because, you know, I mean, I hear you. I'm a single mom, and, you know, to try and homeschool my kid and, you know, run a business full time, I mean, thank goodness my kid's 13, but I had to, I mean, he wanted to also go back to public school, but it was a very difficult choice for me, because I wanted to be able to homeschool him and do this, but it's a little challenging, especially as a single mom, you know.
Yeah, it's hard enough. Honestly, it's hard enough with two parents.
I know. I mean, kudos to you guys.
But I mean, and you know, we've got like in the DBM coaches, I'm also part of Digital Business Masters and their coaching program. So we run free workshops that also help encourage people into the space. And you know, in that group, you got Moira Gray, who's also a single mum to a 3-year-old. And she's really making great strides in this sector. I mean, she's absolutely fantastic. So, and she bootstrapped it. You know, she started with nothing. She won't mind me saying this. And has really come on leaps and bounds, and is doing fantastically well. So it can be done, but she's been at it for 2 or 3 years. What I like about this platform is there's just the potential to accelerate that process.
Yeah. Well, it's really exciting. And that's the thing that we want to be able to offer to on the platform is, collaborating with people like you, like Moira Gray, like the DBM, Academy, so that we can help grow you guys while, collaborating, because, the coolest thing about the Thrivevolution that we're all a part of is that it's about working together and not focusing on one, because the old business mindset was all about me, myself, and I, and that's not, and it doesn't work that way. And that's why, people are losing their businesses left, right, and center because of I won't even go on that. But the beautiful thing is the collaboration and what Shillit.Baby is creating to help, collaborate with you guys. And so I'm really excited that you took this time to, drill us and question and talk with us today.
No, it's been, one other thing I wanted to ask, because one of the questions actually I've been asked is, so who is the development team behind this as well? So perhaps you could sort of speak a bit more into that for me as well, for anybody that's watching this.
So our main developer is Alessio, and he is an Italian that lives in Chile, and he works along with his team of developers, which is his brother. They are brilliant minds and super busy. That's why Alessio couldn't be on today, because we are having the pre-sale in Friday. And then even if people watch this after the pre-sale, it's just it's a brilliant team. So the development team is Alessio and his brother, and then 5 other developers, and they have a team of people working just as the developing team. When it comes to the rest of the team, myself, I'm project manager. Team, helping get things rolling. In the administration part, I work with Angelita. She's not here with us as well. And then we have the rest of the team. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and as where you fit in the team. But it's a very beautiful, different. We're all from different walks of life and different levels. Like they had already introduced themselves, and permaculture and eco and humanitarian work, and I'm an entrepreneur from birth, and I had a kombucha business in Costa Rica that I grew pretty big. But at the end of the day, we all came together because we know where our fiat currency is going. And even though I'm not, and I own it, I'm not a pro in crypto, I'm not a veteran crypto, and we're very focused on building this as a team. I'm in the administration part. That's where I'm at. So I'm going to let Sasha tell where you're at.
So yes, I'm on this project here, and specifically I'm working more on the vetting side. So getting all the vetting material organized, the trainings, getting now looking into constantly overlooking projects, seeing which are the potential ones, developing the database that we're going to be using for the platform. So that's my focus. Apart from also, I love stimulating the projects with new ideas. I always look out what is there and how we can bring it into our projects, and also looking at projects that are evolving now into the DeFi space, and so maybe use some of their ideas in ours and so on. So I'm more of a watching out what's there, and yes, and investigating.
Great, thank you, thank you, Sasha. Karsten.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an all-rounder in this project. I feel like I'm definitely into keeping the team together as one. I'm also a lot into public relations and connecting with people. Definitely, I bring the holistic aspect of permaculture into this. I see things in patterns, so I see interconnections, and yeah, contribute in that way to this project as well. I'm also very much connected to Thrive Tribe and see the interconnectedness of this, and bring hold this project up to its values as well. Because Thrive Tribe actually is based on values that are connected to earth care, people care, fair share, and I kind of participate in that way with this project.
Awesome, thank you, Karsten. So I just wanted to welcome Javi, who just joined us. He is a team member. I know he was having some technical difficulties, but he was able to get that figured out and hop on the call. Thank you so much for coming on. So Javi, so just we wanted to, I don't know if you probably heard me, but just introduce yourself really quickly and share what part of the team that where you stand in our team.
Yeah, I was listening, not from the beginning, but when you saw me coming, but I couldn't show myself, so now I'm on another device. I'm really happy and glad to be here with you, Richard Hart, because Sasha, we live really close here in the same town, and he always talks very, very kindly about you, and very like, you have to know this guy, and he's amazing, so I'm so honored to be here. And I'm on the project. I'm on blockchain since 2017. So I'm the younger one, but for the most longer, aside our developer Alessio, I'm into crypto, and I'm really passionate about the technology, not only the financial gains it gave me, but the technology also, and the freedom aspect of it. So I'm a freedom fighter. This is what I am. Even though freedom is like a little bit unsure these days, but we have to keep fighting for it. This is what I believe.
Thanks,
Right.
Javi. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Javi. And so Javi's also part of, just to be clear, the marketing and vetters section of the program, apart from freedom fighting.
Sorry, I forgot to say itself. I also help Alessio with the website when he needs like I'm a junior developer, let's say.
Yeah. Cool.
I think one of the main aspects of the whole team is really the multidisciplinarity of all of us. So all of us are really multifaceted. All of us are, I would actually consider all of us really strong investigators. So we look into the complete picture and deeper into all these aspects of cryptocurrency. That's why, this is actually only the first project for us. Thrivevolution will also be connected through to land shares and ecological projects and Thrive Tribe Global as a whole. And like you were talking before, like Homeschool DeFi Club. and freedom families. It's all about sovereignty. It's all about education and growing in this space, right? So this is definitely one of the stronger aspects that I see coming out in the future with Shillit.Baby, is that everybody that gets into this project, you know, they will learn to understand what are the projects that are of value. Where do I want to have my eggs in, right? You don't want to put all your eggs into one basket. And what I've come to understand, especially in, you know, and this is also something that people speak a lot about in personal development, is the greatest investment that you can actually do is education, in whatever area. So I think this is definitely one of the strong points for Shillit.Baby, and also this team. We are definitely into learning more and grow in this as well.
Yeah, so just another quick point on that is, you know, education. We're all parents and our children are the future. And this is why we're doing this too, is because, and why we wanted to connect with you specifically in this conversation today. And, you know, why we chose you instead of other people, is because of your passion for the homeschool DeFi space, for, you know, as a parent, as a co-collaborator. You know, it comes down to, especially as parents, it's a real wake-up call for us these days. And so yeah, so this is one of the reasons why we love having this opportunity with you today.
No, it's great. And thank you guys as well for taking the time to chat with me. I've just got one or two more questions for you. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about the Shillit token, because we haven't really covered that yet. So could you tell us a bit more about its place within the Shillit.Baby platform?
Okay. All right. I'm just super excited, so I'm going to go first. So the Shillit.Baby is, I know, and you guys can all like jump in anytime, no worries. So the SHILL token is the first crypto coin that we're launching, because in, you know, we are a crypto launchpad and crypto space, and having our own token gives people the ability to be an investor in the project by holding that token, as well as utilizing the growth that we're going to have to trade it with other tokens if they want. And this is really exciting, because there's a lot of tokens that come out that you're like, okay, this looks like a good project, like we talked about before, but they're meme coins, right? Or meme coins, or whatever you want to call it. I call them memes. And what that means is they're backed by nothing. They're just, you know, they're just space that people created. And our token, because we have the platform, it's a utility token. It's actually for, you know, something greater than a funny, you know, and I'm going to say a funny Dogecoin or something, you know. And you guys oh, we lost someone. We lost Sasha. Anyway, feel free, guys, to hop in and share your thoughts on our token. I know Javi's dying.
Yeah, the token will be used to give access to different functionalities on the platform. So we will have we are thinking right now on 3 tiers of access to different functionalities, and the last one will be the premium one, and we will give people some like some little gifts for being there, for holding a great amount. And there is staking too, through rewards, because we have a reward system for the holders. And also at some time, when we get some traction, we will have a placement for ads, and the ads would be purchased in SHILL token. So this we want people to have the need to buy the token, to have an utility for it, and for
obviously also the vetters, they will be rewarded with SHILL token.
Yes,
of course, yeah, that is actually the main aspect of it.
And we want to make SHILL event, eventually we want to make SHILL a stable coin like Ethereum. That's our vision. Like we want to have, it's a big picture. It's not just a temporary fly by night thing.
Yeah, fantastic. And so someone mentioned something about a pre-sale. Can you tell us more about how to get onto it? What do people need to do?
Yeah, for sure. So so attached to this video will be a link that people can click on that will take you to the whitelist. Now, what people who don't know what a whitelist is, it's basically almost a for sure way for you to get on before it's launched to the public. So when we launch from the when we launch the pre-sale, people are going to be itching to press the button, right? And but instead of having it open to the whole world, because that also protects people from bots now, if or snipers. So really quick review of people that don't know what bots or snipers on, they're the ones that come in and they start buying, and then they start selling as soon as we, it jumps and then we launch. Those are like pump and dumpers. So by having the whitelist available for the first X amount of minutes, we haven't totally clarified how many minutes, like is it half an hour, whatever. But by having the whitelist only available to buy at that time, then that'll help pass over a lot of, not all, it's not going to happen, but a lot of snipers to protect more of our people to have the opportunity to get in before it sells out too. Because I mean, we're pretty sure we're gonna sell out. So the people who are whitelisted can get in for sure without the sellout,
Yeah. Okay, great. And what time? I see it's the 17th, which is Friday. What time will it be launched? What time's the pre-sale launching?
So in Pacific Coast time in Canada, it's 10 a.m. and in UTC 5 p.m. for those that don't have the clock in front of them, because I got to click on the world clock all the time.
and then the actual coin launch on the exchanges will be 24
hours later.
24 hours later, so 5 p.m. UTC on Saturday the 18th, and that'll be on what, Pancake Swap and such, or
I'm sorry.
Well, sorry, where will it be launched? Will it be on Pancake Swap or
Pancake Swap? Sorry, I got yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, I love the sound of the platform. Honestly, I mean, when I first heard about it, I thought this is going to be huge. It really is going to go places. It's desperately needed, honestly. Something with a bit of transparency, some clarity, and something that just doesn't make it so flipping difficult to just to get into this space, something to help everyday people that don't have that time to actually sit and go, okay, I can make some gains here, and I can actually finally start becoming financially sovereign. And it's just such an empowering thing. So just want to say thank you so much, guys. I know it's been a huge amount of work. I know a lot of you haven't slept much in recent weeks and are probably
definitely
looking forward to it. So thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Richard, for this time. We're so blessed and thankful and grateful that we were able to coordinate with all the time zones, because we're all in different time zones. It's amazing. I'm in Canada. Richard, you're in UK. Carson's in the UK, over in Portugal right now, and the Javi and Sasha are down in Brazil. So we're literally in around the world. It's global. We're so excited. And thank you guys.
I'd like to say something more, Richard. I think what you were saying about confidentiality and transparency. This is something that sort of really draw us together and makes the difference in within from all the other projects that are out there, and we can see it. Our community, it's growing steady, and we went very much organic. We're reaching 1,500 members. It's still small, but I believe between today and pre-sale and launch, we will have a kick, and the numbers are going to go up. But again, it's like the people are the communication that we are having there, and we're opening hearts. People really, this trust is because we're putting our faces out there. And when I started vetting projects out there, and when you go on a website and there is no mention of a team, or they all have fake meme names, and some words that I don't like to mention. I mean, like there's a lot of machismo. Also, there's a lot of the, when you get into these sale, when especially when the coins launch, the tokens launch, people get really into this hype, and the images that they use is always the images of, putting the women in sort of in not a nice place, and for me, this is, no, I don't want this space. I mean, I think the DeFi is what you said, this opportunity for maybe the ones that don't have a financial opportunities, like many, it's really to transform this economy. I mean, this thing, that the concept of what we give to money, and people usually, when you say money, people are scared of money. Money is dirty, money is evil. No, it's just only a means of exchange, and so we give it the value. So we are out there to make this little difference, and I hope that many other projects will follow. I'm sure that they already. And it's funny because the other day, I think it was 2 days ago, there was a similar project that's also promoting a lot of vetting and artificial intelligence. And so I, obviously, as I am out there with the vetting team, I went straight onto their Telegram group. It launched somewhere at the beginning of July, and they only had 200 members, but their website was like claiming that they would be the best of the best. You clicked on their social stuff and it didn't go anywhere, and there's no signs of the team members. And again, it's like, okay, if you have something, if you really have a project that's strong, why don't you put out your face there, and why don't you speak in name of the project? And so for me, that's the first red flag. But we can talk more of those if you want.
So I just wanted to extend just a really quick, even though we only have, or we already have 1,500 members in our Telegram group, that doesn't include the members on the outside that are already invested in the project. Because like we have people like my sister who's never on Telegram, both my sisters, they're invested. I have people that I've had to help walk through that have no clue about Telegram, and they're invested. So just wanted to say, even though our Telegram group may seem small at the moment, we have such a huge community outside of Telegram, and that's why we had the private sale available before the pre-sale, which a lot of people have asked why we did that, is because we come from a very large community outside of Telegram, outside of Facebook or whatever. And then go ahead. There's something else I was going to say, and I totally spaced out.
I just wanted to add the disclaimer: we are not financial advisors, and you always should do your own research.
Exactly.
So this is definitely something that is really important to us.
And never ever spend more than you can afford to lose.
That's right. Go in at your own risk.
Invest lose it.
I have another question for you, Richard. And it's something that sort of, again, strikes me in this world and of the whole crypto. And it's like, okay, it's the potential of people turning millionaires from one day to the next. And hopefully, we're gonna have the first shillionaires coming up next. But then so people are obviously drawn to crypto because of the great gains. There are, people are doing it, and but then I think there's some fundamentally something that needs to change. I don't, maybe not wrong, but maybe because when people then make so many so high gains, and then they go out there and, for example, they start investing in NFTs for like 20 Ethereums, 5 Ethereums. They go on these online games. The gaming is booming at the moment, and people are buying virtual lands, spending real money, $60,000, $120,000, you know, and for me this is like, okay, what, because we can, you know, if it's not about not investing this money into these things, but then it's like, okay, we can use this money to be used for more real, you know, to solve problems or to make, you know, sense. And so I wanted to know more of what you thought, you know, what you think about this, and is it, can we change it, or we're not?
You know, human nature is human nature. You're not going to change everyone. I think, you know, generally with the group that I'm involved with, the Homeschool DeFi and with Freedom Families, they're all people that have kids, and they're looking at this as an opportunity to you know, improve their lives financially. Okay, so always their first priority is going to be the kids. But then outside of that, you know, of course, people should be looking at you know, more sort of high vibrational. You were talking about the, you know, what goes on in some of the Telegram groups, and you know, when the pre-sales launching, that sort of stuff. And it's, yeah, I've been in some of them myself, in some of the chats, and it's awful. Honestly, it's really low vibe stuff that goes on. So you know, people need to get out of that mindset of just blowing tens of thousands on, like you say, NFTs or whatever, because there are far better ways to you know, not only invest your money for your future, but for the whole planet's future, honestly. And there are so many projects out there that are worthy of some time, and you know, that's the thing, that if you can build a little bit of wealth in this space, it gives you that chance to kind of sit back and breathe and look around and see what else is out there. Because when you're not in survival mode, it opens the world up to you a far greater way, I personally think. So I think that eventually, you know, if we can get this wealth into the hands of the right people, it will happen organically. And the sort of people that we're looking to bring into this are the sort of people that I think would think bigger and see the bigger picture anyway.
I wanted to add something to it, which is, you know, the ecological perspective. If you, for example, I've worked with food forest systems. So basically, you establish a forest that is only with, you know, food, medicine, and resources that fulfill your own needs. And so you basically copy how nature really works, right? How does a forest work? And what happens with ecosystems is that at the beginning, they have a great volatility. So that's why we have so many pre-sales happening right now. Like 90% of them are nothing, rug pulls, honeypots, scams, whatever. They don't have any value behind them. It's just like hype. And in nature, it's exactly the same. And what people are doing with their resources is just a little bit random. Everybody is experimenting. Everybody is putting money into something that, oh, let's see if this is something that, you know, is valuable. But the money flows, you know, there is cash flow happening, which I think is one of the main aspects of this. And if they're going to end up with an NFT that does nothing, and, you know, it has a lot of value, and, you know, it's probably not even beautiful. I've seen some of them and they're not attractive for me. You know, but people, you know, put $50,000 on an account for that, you know. So I think it's just a lot of experimentation that is happening, that then, you know, I always believe that the best ideas will survive. And so I think it's just a matter of time that this, you know, hype goes in the right direction.
Well, the thing is as well, you know, it's about education, isn't it? And if people aren't aware of what's out there, then you know, you don't know what you don't know at the end of the day. And I mean, it's like you were saying about purchasing NFTs. I mean, one of the platforms I'm actually personally invested in is a gaming platform. Now, do you remember the days when you were at school and you had like you collect the cards, like the football teams or the soccer teams or whatever, and you collect the cards and you fill the book? And that's kind of what this is. So, you know, it's a gaming platform, a quiz platform, and you own an NFT, or you could there's an opportunity to purchase NFTs about, you know, with a certain player on or whatever, and then people, when they're in the quiz, if they don't know the answer, they have the option to purchase the answer. And if it's on your NFT, you own a share of that. So, you know, it's I agree with you. Purchasing an NFT And just again, it's just speculation if you're hoping it will go up in value or something. But you can also purchase NFTs that you know have a function and a purpose and can actually bring you an income. So it's it's just education is the difference at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about, you know, collaborating with, you know, for example, your guys' education, program and Shillit.Baby, because it's about creating that awareness and, you know, opportunities and awareness, and then, you know, helping put out the seeds of better growth and putting out the seeds of being the change and stuff. And you're right, we can't change humankind, we can't change the people's mindsets, but we can plant a seed of positive growth. So in saying that, I just wanted to be, you know, aware of our time, and I wanted to honor your time that it's been an hour of wonderful conversation with you, Richard. So thankful and grateful. You know, I just wanted to make one last point, because you guys, someone brought up the machismo era of the crypto space. It is a very masculine space, and we're so grateful that there's powerhouse women like Moira, and I'm able to be in this space because it is for everyone. So this is what Shillit.Baby is all about, is for everyone, and at any level, and even people who are not, you know, one of the things that has scared people out from crypto space is the education, lack of knowledge, but also thinking that they need hundreds of thousands of, or hundreds to thousands of dollars to start. And this is one of the facts that we wanted to share, is that people of all levels can come in and grow from whatever space. So anyway, so I want to bring this to a close. And is there any last quick comments, suggestions, ideas from the team before, or Richard, before we say our adieu?
Nothing from me. It's just been a pleasure talking to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Richard.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And sending some love out from the Shillit space, and and holy Shillit. Trust me, we're coming up with we're coming up with as many hashtags, shill something as we can.
Shillit.Baby.
Yeah, holy Shillit.Baby. Oh, and I did make holy Shillit hot sauce last night.
I saw that. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, well, I'm going to stop recording, and thank you guys all for today.